You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Yes, the kid is back. How you feeling?
I'm better. Yeah, it was crazy because I was in here Wednesday, and I told you on Wednesday, I was like, oh man, I think I'm getting a sinus cold. I think I feel it coming on. And by the time Wednesday night came about, I was like, I can't talk anymore.
Yeah, your hot knives throat.
Oh my God, just ruined me.
Can you give us an
It would have been better on the weekend.
Yeah.
It would have been great.
You would have
on
got
the I know for a fact because I was singing that song while I drove my kids to soccer on the weekend.
Nice.
Dude. And then today, to top it all off, because I told you yesterday, you texted me like, how you doing? I'm like, I am good enough. I will be back on Monday. I'm not missing any more work. I'm coming back. And then I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, about an hour before my alarm, because I just had a dream that I slept through the show, woke up to a bunch of very angry text messages and voicemails from you.
Yeah.
About you can't believe so irresponsible. I just had sick days and the weekend, and now I've missed the show again. And I was about to pick up the phone and call you and apologize. I couldn't believe that I had missed the show. I felt so bad. And then I woke up an hour before my alarm, just laying in bed going, what the fuck?
I have those dreams like once a week, either of missing the alarm or I have dreams that we're in here in the studio and one of us just starts going on a tangent about something crazy.
Just losing it.
And then I can't turn off the microphones for some reason. Like it's like the buttons don't work or something like that. Yeah.
We're just having a real aggressive live conversation over a song on the radio.
Yeah. And it's always like someone drops a hard fuck or something like that. And they're like,
So, yeah, and then, so that's the thing, is now I'm like laying in bed at 3 in the morning, and I know my alarm's gonna go off at 4, and I'm like, do I even go back to sleep?
I would have appreciated the call for an apology. Not for that, but I mean, I'm just sure there's something that you owe me an apology for.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
For whatever it is, I am sorry.
I'm sure there's something deep inside I'm holding back from
the bottom of my heart.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up.
What a game yesterday. Buffalo Bills fans are so dedicated. You see them shoveling the snow before the game?
Okay, well, see, you call it dedication, and I thought the same thing until I found out they were getting paid to do it.
Yeah, they get paid $20 an hour to go out and shovel the stadium. They had to postpone the game and everything.
Imagine, like, you just went to that college tailgate down in, was it Utah? Ohio. Imagine if someone had come out of the stadium to all these people grilling and drinking and be like, $20 for shovelers.
Free beer money.
I would race into that building, man.
I just love the dedication of the Bills fans. None of them even want a roof on the new stadium either because they love this kind of weather.
This is the vibe. They think it gives their team an advantage.
I couldn't do it, man. Like, I love sports.
Yeah.
Standing in the snow like that.
Dude.
I don't know.
Even as, like, a Pittsburgh fan, sometimes they get some nasty weather, and I'm just like, oh, I'd be at home. I'd be at home for that one.
Just standing there for 4 hours, freezing, and then thankfully the Bills won, but I always think if your team lost.
Well, and that's just it. Like, the Bills right now they clinched their division yesterday with that win, so they're great. Fans are having a good time. But these are the same crazy fans that were standing out in this same crappy weather when this team couldn't string 3 wins together.
True. That's the dedication. I just can't imagine how bad the washrooms are there during these games when there's all that snow.
With all the puddles.
Well, all the puddles, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
'Tis the season where everybody's got snowy boots and then you get all the leaked pee.
But then you got everybody in there with their snow pants on. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack in the bathroom.
Every guy in there is looking around going, hey, it's cold, all right?
Yeah, and then, like, if you got to take a number 2, you got to take... If you got the shoulder strap snow pants and everything, you got your long johns underneath, like...
I mean, listen, if you're wearing shoulder strap snow pants to the football game, you have made your own decision. There is almost certainly a pair of Depends under the long johns.
I think you can agree with me, though. Wearing snow pants is the worst thing to wear when you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's up there. I would put it certainly in the top 3. I'm hesitant to say it's the worst.
Well, because like you said, you get the puddles and everything else, and then all the layers, like I was saying.
You gotta start peeling your way out of it.
It's like, it's the equivalent of, does your girlfriend ever wear those onesies? Have you ever seen your girlfriend have to go to the bathroom when she's in one of those onesies?
Oh, the rompers.
Yeah, the rompers. Yeah.
Where basically it's like, I have to go pee, so I have to get fully nude.
Or Courtney wears those ones that are like the onesie that snaps on like around the groin. Just like waddling through the house like a penguin trying to get to the bathroom.
The things we do for fashion.
Imagine wearing one of those with snow pants.
No, at that point, stay home. You've made the worst decisions possible today. Just stay home.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We got Lisa on the phone. Lisa, what is the worst thing to be wearing when you really gotta go?
Oh, definitely the wedding dress.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like the
Needed
onesie
all
where you
my
gotta take the
girls.
whole thing off just to go?
You got to kind of lift it up, and you can't really see what you're doing. The girls got to help.
Oh, I was going to say, you know how when you go down the aisle, there's someone that's holding the back part?
Carry the tray.
Is that what you do?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You have to go in the biggest stall, of course, to bring all your girls in there. Lift it right up all over your head, pretty
like
much.
a three-man
it's a
job,
horrible
basically.
experience. You hope none of it gets in the toilet. It's just bad.
That's how you really should determine your maid of honor. Is which
Exactly.
of,
They were my sisters. So.
yeah, which of your female friends and relatives do you trust most to get
Exactly.
you onto the toilet and back again during the wedding?
So true. It's so true.
Nothing worse than having a couple of stains out on the dance floor.
Oh, good God.
In sickness and in health.
Oh, God.
Hey, thanks for chatting with us, Lisa.
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
See you, Lisa.
We got a lot of guys saying on here the coveralls, of course, would be a big one.
Coveralls is tough, yeah. That's right in the same vein as snow pants, which sort of started this whole conversation of like, you can't, there's no flap.
A few guys texting in about hockey equipment, which I've been there.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than trying to rush that one out.
The first thing I thought of when you said, is snow pants the worst thing when you've got to go, was a jock of any kind, like a jock strap.
Well, even just the hockey pants itself, it contains your legs.
Bulky and everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. If you've got to sit at all, it's going to be a tough time.
Yeah. That's one where you'll take a 2-minute bench miner. Just, Halloween costumes, a lot of people are saying. I didn't even think about that. Halloween is the worst time to be in the bathroom.
Yeah, the more elaborate the costume to get into, the more difficult the costume to get out of.
And finally, a few people texting in about the wetsuit, which I will say, getting those on is a problem. Getting those off, even harder. But I feel like we can all agree, if you're in the wetsuit.
I feel like if it's a number 2,
Oh,
you got to get out the water.
Sure.
But if it's a number 1, listen. We all already kind of agree to do the number 1 in a bathing suit if you're in the pool.
Sure.
Now you're in a wetsuit? I'm not getting
Surf's up, dude, honestly. Surf's up at that point.
Which is why you should never rent a wetsuit unless you're comfortable in someone else's skin.
100% of wetsuits have been peed in, for sure.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know, a lot of people complain about the youth of today, but they're ruining one thing:
What's up?
the spy industry.
Is the spy industry hurting?
Apparently, in Britain and Australia, they are having a massive shortage in people applying to be spies, specifically Gen Z. They say that mainly it is due to young people caring more about climate change, human rights, and political issues than wanting to be spies.
Can I just say, just to talk about one thing first, doesn't it feel odd that you would apply to be a spy? Doesn't that feel like it defeats the purpose?
That's what I was thinking. Do you need a resume to become a spy?
Is there a job application somewhere with your name on it saying you once applied to be MI6 or
Yeah.
whatever it is?
I don't trust anyone that says they're interviewing people to be spies. I think you just got scammed is what it is.
Yeah. Step into my office. Let's talk about how I could make you disappear for a bit.
I do love it because I don't know who did this interview, but the quotes that they have are hilarious. They say the desire, Gen Z is ruining the spy industry because they have the desire to not make the world a worse place.
Well, I guess it does make sense, right? As a spy, you kind of infiltrate and destroy.
Yeah.
Whereas, the modern sort of look is to like, just let's make everything better from the outside.
I just feel like kids today probably just don't want to die.
I think that's probably true, yeah.
I mean, being a spy isn't really like the most rewarding job. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure we've all seen, Mission Impossible, James Bond, right?
Right. But the problem is everybody knows who James Bond is. Therefore, rendering him a terrible spy.
That's what I was going to say. If you're a famous spy, you're probably not doing your job right.
You have done it wrong. And if you're an infamous spy, if nobody knows who you are other than maybe say like a code name or something like that, then I could see how yes, you're probably having crazy adventures and doing cool things, but you're not getting any credit.
Also, let's get real. A code name is just kind of a crappy nickname at work. Right?
Also, they didn't even give James Bond a cool nickname. They called him by his employee number. He's 007.
Yeah.
That'd be like if I walked in and you were like, hey, what's up, 4976321?
You're basically treated like an inmate.
And then if you die, everybody just pretends you never existed.
Being a spy does not sound as cool as it is. You get no recognition for anything. You don't get called by your real name.
And apparently, even at the end of the day, you still have to sit through the job process and go through an interview.
Imagine waiting to hear back from the interview on that.
Sitting around your apartment, just being like, man, I really hope I hear back about the spy job today.
You come home, you miss the mail, there's a self-destructed thing in your apartment.
Ashes everywhere. Damn it.
Podcast exclusive.
So all this spy talk, do you think you could be a good spy?
Here's the thing. I have been told that I have very quiet footsteps. I don't know if that's a big thing for spying in 2024.
Your quiet footsteps go against your heavy breathing, though. Like if you were trying to sneak in somewhere.
Imagine you're some evil villain, corporate, whatever, and all of a sudden you just hear... Is someone in here? Damn it, he put his secret hidden lair at the top of a flight of stairs.
I wonder what the tests are to be a spy, because obviously if there's an interview process, there's got to be some tests that you got to go through. I'm sure there's an athletic sort of feat that you got to conquer.
Listen, if they make astronauts go through a series of physical tests, I'm sure spies have to do it too.
Honestly, larger people, overweight people, may be the best spies, because you wouldn't assume that they're going to do like Fat Bastard in Austin Powers.
Well, no, I figured he was evil right from the get-go. He's just got that look to him.
Sure.
I think there's a happy medium of just generically overweight people like myself who you would be like, well, I'm safe around this person because if I run, he'll never catch me.
Yeah.
And then boom, I put the listening device on your briefcase.
I think it's fatter people and old people would be the best spies.
Old people for sure.
All those people sitting at the mall, what are they doing?
Absolutely.
What are they doing?
Not to mention, you can play the senility card and just start saying random things to lull people. Okay, Grandpa, let's get you back to the home. And then all of a sudden, bam, you hit them with the taser.
Yeah. Honestly, homeless people, too, now that you say that, you could add that to the list of spies. Some of them probably think they are.
So there you go. I think what we've determined today is that I would be a better spy than you.
Yeah. All you need to do is gain some weight and become old. You're the perfect spy.
I'm fatter than you, I'm older than you, and I look more homeless than you. How do you know I'm not a spy?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, the college football regular season wrapped up over the weekend. We've got some playoff matches coming up later on this week. And then it's the most wonderful time of the year. Bowl game season is upon us. And if you listen to the show, you know Dalby and I love running through the list of ridiculous bowl names every single year.
Dude, sometimes because the thing is they have their main championship games, and those are sort of set in stone. But then they have a lot of these other games and they just open it up to the highest bidder.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is back.
Yeah!
That's the one where they literally, the people who won, they got to eat a giant Pop-Tart. That's all it was.
I'm a big Idaho potato bowl guy.
That's back as well. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is going to be happening this year. They've got the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Those are my favorite. The ones where it's just like
a company.
It feels like AI just rattled off a bunch of words, and you were just like, "That's the bowl."
The Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Duke's Mayo Bowl is always a treat.
Which I wonder what the trophy for that should just be a bowl of mayo.
100%, absolutely.
Right?
You should just you get the trophy. It's full. Team gets a couple spoons.
They don't get like champagne bottles. They just get a bunch of squeezed mayo bottles around the dressing room. Another one of my favorites is the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
It's a spicy game. I'm telling you that right now.
I feel like the loser should have to eat a thing of wasabi.
Dude, imagine sports where there are punishments for losing games other than just missing playoffs or whatever. People would play a lot harder if they had to eat wasabi when they lost.
Now, my favorite bowl game, and this one is 100% brand new for this year.
Okay.
The Arizona Bowl has a new sponsor. Snoop Dogg's Arizona Bowl. Sorry, correction. Snoop Dogg's Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
I still have not tried that stuff. I've heard it's pretty good.
They are 2 degrees of separation away from the Weed Bowl at this point.
At this point, honestly, this is the biggest bowl we've ever talked about with Snoop Dogg, right?
I mean, I doubt it's the biggest bowl he's partaken in.
So I have to assume, you're talking about the Duke's Mayo Bowl trophy. What do you win if you're on the winning team of the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl?
Last year, we saw the world's first edible trophy at the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
This year, we see the first ever world's first smokable bowl.
At the very least, lightable. You know, it's incense, kids.
Yeah. It's just a big nug. That's all it is.
And everybody's got a gin and juice to spray around.
The first trophy to be confiscated by the police.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I got an email a few weeks back. I'd actually forgotten about this, but some marketing company that works with, Pringles, the chips, they reached out and asked if I wanted to try the new, what are they called? Pringles Mingles?
Ooh, let's see. You got a few bags here.
Well, first of all, that's the key word. These are Pringles in a bag.
Is it cool if I open these?
Yeah. Go for it. Open it up. I got a dill pickle ranch here. Wait, ASMR.
I got that was cheddar good. Sour cream. Oh, they're that's weird that they're in the bag, eh?
So they're in the bag, not in the tube, and they are puffed into bow ties, shaped like the bow tie of Mr. Julius Pringle, the mascot.
Okay.
And instead of being flat. And they're like, yeah, this is the new thing. It's in stores now. So you want to try them?
Yeah.
Tastes like pickle.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Are we getting paid for this?
No, they just asked if we would be interested in trying their new product.
Do we have to be positive about it?
I don't believe I didn't sign any contract. They do have my home address.
Let me try yours.
Try
for
the
a
pickle
second.
one, yeah. There's also a white cheddar ranch one.
Can I be honest?
Absolutely.
Can I give an honest review?
I would hope you do nothing less.
These are trash.
Did you try the white cheddar one?
Oh. Those suck even more than the other two?
They're not great. You know what it is?
Those all suck. Those are all bad.
These taste like Doritos that have been, or not Doritos, Cheetos that have been left out for a bit.
They're like, stale cheese puffs.
You poured a bowl of Cheetos for your poker game the night before, and when you woke up the next morning, you were like, these are probably still good.
Yeah.
And they're not.
I appreciate the company for sending them to us, but if you wanted an honest review, that ain't it, man.
I mean, listen, if you like puffed snacks, I don't know if it's supposed to be, I don't think it's any healthier than just regular.
I don't know. Pringles in a bag just feels illegal in general.
That's the whole thing, man.
I don't like it at all.
Getting a box, opening it up, and seeing Julius Pringle staring back at you from a bag.
Don't hand me the bag. I don't want any more. I'm good. Don't hand me the bag.
We'll leave these in here. Whoever's coming in next can try. Heather can have some. It just feels... It feels wrong. Mm-hmm. Some foods are meant to come in specific packaging or containers, and it's not right otherwise.
They had a formula. They didn't need to mess with it.
Do you think that this would have been any better if it was the flat, regular Pringles chips, but in the bag?
I still don't think I'd like it that way.
I think it would be weird.
Half the fun is getting your hands stuck in the tube, trying to get to the bottom of it.
Claw your way down to the bottom to see if you can get that last chip, and inevitably doing the tip.
Yeah.
The tip and slide.
If I had to rate these, that's like a 2 out of 10, to be honest.
Yeah, I popped and then I immediately stopped.
Yeah. I came around to mingle, but I didn't stay, you know?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Again, thanks to Pringles for sending them on. I will stick, because I am a big Pringles guy.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
Could have maybe not taken this shot.
You got to try different things when you're a business, but as long as the plan is not to replace Pringles in the tube with these weird bags of puffed bow ties,
Yeah.
the company will be fine. It's just the tube somehow changes everything. It's like getting milk in a carton versus getting milk in a bag.
Well, everybody knows that bagged milk is the superior
No,
milk.
carton milk. Actually, to be fair, the best milk is in the jug, but I don't ever find that
The
out
best
here.
milk is in glass, actually.
Oh, you know what?
If you go to
Okay.
Farm Boy and you're willing to spend $15 for a little thing of milk,
Which I'm not.
it is nice.
To be clear, but if I go to somebody else's house,
It's like fresh from the teat. Is
Yeah.
honestly how it tastes.
there's the house across the street from me gets like milkman style delivery once a week.
Crazy to know your neighbor's cheating on her husband, but anyways, continue.
Never seen him go in. Also, beer. Beer in a bottle is better than beer in a can.
It's weird. Some beers taste way better. Like a Labatt 50 hits nice in a bottle. A Corona hits nice in a bottle. A Corona in a can?
Ugh.
It's just, that feels sacrilegious.
I've seen it at bars before, and there's something weird. Like watching someone walk around with a can of Corona just feels like, what happened? Is everything okay? Is this a cry for help?
I'd even say, like, if you're talking liquor, there's, like, some liquor bottles come in the plastic now. Like, if you get a Mickey, it tastes different than you do if you get, like, a 2.6 or a 40 when it's in the glass.
Yeah. Just watching someone, like, pouring drinks from one of those, like, squeezy plastic bottles of a 40 ounce, you're just like, I get that buying in bulk is a discount.
I know some people are going to say the bottled versus bagged wine debate, but I'm, like, trash, so all I know is bagged wine.
I will say, I know people that drink wine, and I'm not one of them. I'm not a big wine person. But I know wine aficionados who will say that they prefer some brands in the bag, in the box, over like a proper bottle of wine.
You get to slap the bag, it's a funner night, you know? Honestly.
You know what's one that stands out for me? French fries. Loose on the plate, fine, whatever. The little fast food containers, like when you get takeout or delivered, like those are okay. But if you get from like a golf course or like a diner or something like that, fries in a red plastic basket with the paper over top of it, that's just the best French fry you're
It's
going to
one of those
have.
visual ones that for some reason, yeah.
It just sparks like a nostalgia in my brain that makes me go, I'm going to enjoy this.
The best thing of all time, Coke in a glass bottle, though?
Why is Coke in a glass bottle not everywhere? Like, I understand that there's probably costs associated
Well,
with
people just be breaking bottles all over the place, right?
It's just so much better than any other receptacle for Coke.
I think it goes Coke in a glass bottle,
Yeah.
canned Coke, and then you got to
Yeah.
go McDonald's Coke.
McDonald's fountain Coke.
I don't know why, but McDonald's pop like hits the Coke, and then the Sprite is kind of spicy.
Yeah.
I know that's like the whitest thing I could possibly say, but
No, but you're not wrong,
the
though.
McDonald's fountain pop machine just hits different.
I don't know if there's something in the CO2 that they use to carbonate it, or if their syrup is just different, but it's not even the same as other fountain Cokes.
The McDonald's fountain thing still has the cocaine in it, is what I think it is. That's
But it is.
the only logical explanation I've come to.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. You know those BuzzFeed quizzes that are so much fun? Yeah, that's not what this is. It's the quiz with Brock and Dalby.
All right, Dalby was out for a few days with a sore throat, so I was figuring we could do songs that have a body part in the title.
Okay.
I was trying to find songs that had throat titles, but there's not that many.
Your search history must be a nightmare
Throat,
right now.
yeah. So as always, I will give you the band. You give me the body part that is associated with, okay?
Okay.
All right, even if you get the title wrong, as long as you get the body part, I'll give you the point.
The body part is what's
The
important.
body part is what I need.
Okay, all right, okay.
All right. When I say the Beatles, you would say?
Blech. Oh, sorry. No, that's just my natural response. Oh, it's the hand. I want to hold your hand.
There you go.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
Well, turn this off.
There we go. All right, moving on here. When I say ZZ Top, you would say?
Oh, that's legs.
Easy one.
Although, if we're asking what body part is associated with a band, it's beards, right?
Sure.
It's the beards.
Sure. When I say Creed, you would say?
With arms wide open. Arms. Yeah.
There you go. Let this one run out for a second.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's the good stuff right there. All right, 3 for 3.
Number 4, when I say Sum 41, you would say?
Oh, fat lip.
Dude,
I am killing it.
look at you.
I need to get sick more often.
Hell yeah. A little time away. All right. Here we go. Number 5. When I say Nickelback, you would say?
Nickelback.
Nickelback. Think about it for a second.
Oh, what's that? Is it called Something in Your Mouth?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, that's it.
maybe their most aggressive song that they've ever put out?
Well, you want to talk about aggressive songs.
It's a lot.
To get 100% on the quiz today,
5 for 5. Bring it on.
all you need to do is answer this one final one. And when I say Cardi B, what body part is associated with Cardi B?
No, that's not fair. No, I can't. Can I use the medical term for it?
Well, I just need either the body part.
Are you talking about the song that went viral? It was her and that Megan Thee Stallion.
What song is it?
WAP?
What does WAP stand for? I need the body part to give you the ding,
Well,
or else you get the.
It's the vagina. I mean, I can't say what it actually is. No, you can't buzz me for that.
I mean, that's not what they use in the title.
I can't say that word on the show.
Say it.
This will be our last day at work.
I mean, it'll be your last day at work.
No, you're making me do it.
I didn't make you do anything. You have your own brain, your own voice.
If I go down, you're coming with me. Wait. The middle word is ass. Does that count? That's a body part. Give me the ding. No, come on.
We need the pee, Dolby. We need the pee.
This is the Brock and Dolby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Today's word, pertinacious. Yeah, pertinacious.
Pertinacious.
And, Pertinacious. Pertinacious. And it's holding firmly to a belief,
Huh?
opinion, or course of action. Or stubbornly persistent or determined. I gotta admit, I can kind of be like that sometimes. Anyways, have a great one. Cheers up.
Pertinacious D.
Uh-huh.
That's the band, right?
So basically, what did he describe it as? Holding firmly to an opinion or a course of action?
You're stubborn.
Yeah.
You're stubborn is what it is.
That's honestly the best way to call someone stubborn.
You're pertinacious.
Because you could say it in a very nice way and be like, you're quite pertinacious, aren't you?
If you're a parent and you got a kid that's like working on homework, really like stuck on it or trying to accomplish like a craft or something, it's be like, you're really being pertinacious today. You know, it can sound like you're encouraging them while also just, giving you a chance to be like, God, you're stubborn.
Some people don't like it about you, but I don't mind that you're pertinacious.
my pertinacity?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your pertinacity is through the roof right now.
You know what? Suddenly it feels insulting again. I don't know why.
It feels like something you could use in a business meeting. You'd be like, you got a lot of synergy and a lot of pertinacious.
Listen, sales are down because our core demographics are being real pertinacious right now. There's a lot of pertinacity in the markets, and inflation's killing us.
That's something they say before they lay you off. Pertinacious. Use it wherever you can today, all right?
For more Brock and Dolby, tune in weekday mornings 5:30 to 9.
The Brock and Dolby podcast is brought to you by badshop.ca, the Brock and Dolby merch store. With all proceeds going to the Canadian Cancer Society.